90% of the calf building advice you see online relies on two things. It either blames genetics to sell you the idea you can't grow them, or it tells you to do this exact movement right here. If someone tells you to bounce through 50 quick, weightless calf raises on a flight of stairs, walk away. Everyone assumes more reps means more results, but those junk reps are a complete waste of your time. Your calves are not special snowflakes that require some magical different treatment. They are skeletal missiles, and they respond to the exact same growth stimulus as every other muscle in your body. That stimulus is progressive mechanical tension. Instead of treating your calf training like low-intensity cardio where you aim for a mindless burn, you need to apply heavy, controlled loads. Yes, muscle bellies and insertions dictate the final shape, but applying deliberate mechanical tension through proper movement is how you force stubborn tissue to grow, regardless of your genetic starting point. Step 1 for building overall lower leg mass is the heavy standing calf raise. This is your primary builder, but only if you execute it correctly. When you push up to the top of the movement, the job is only half done. You have to let your heel drop all the way down off the edge of the step until you feel a full, deep stretch in the muscle before pushing back up. This diagram illustrates exactly why that stretch matters. By dropping your heel below parallel, you elongate the main calf muscle to its maximum length. Research consistently shows that training a muscle in this lengthened, deeply stretched position produces significantly greater hypertrophy than working in the middle of the range of motion. If you load up the machine with way too much weight and just bounce through tiny quarter reps at the top, you completely bypass that deep stretch, leaving gains on the table. To trigger an adaptation, you need to select a load where you are genuinely struggling to push back up. You want to take the set very close to muscular failure. Combining a heavy load with that maximum stretch at the bottom of the movement is the primary catalyst for forcing stubborn calf tissue to actually expand. If you stop right there, you will build decent calves, but your lower legs will still look flat and narrow from the front and back. This graphic shows the anatomy we need to target. Notice how the main calf muscle fades to reveal the soleus underneath. To isolate it, we use heavy seated calf raises. As it grows, it pushes the calf outward, giving a thick, three-dimensional diamond shape. For this movement, you want to combine a high load with extended time under tension. You are looking for a deep, cramping burn where the muscle physically cannot contract anymore, ensuring your calves give out before your lungs do. Prioritizing the soleus is how you turn a flat, two-dimensional lower leg into a protruding diamond structure. The third movement is the single leg deficit calf raise. It is a perfect alternative if you are working out at home or if you need to ruthlessly isolate each leg to correct an imbalance. The setup is simple. Grab a heavy dumbbell, stand on an elevated step, let the other leg hang free to force your body to balance. This checklist shows the exact tempo you need to follow. First, lower yourself slowly into a deep stretch. Second, hold a dead stop pause at the very bottom. Third, drive up with a hard squeeze at the top. That pause at the bottom is crucial. It kills all the elastic energy and momentum that usually helps you cheat the weight up, forcing the muscle fibers to do 100% of the heavy lifting from a dead stop. By stripping away momentum and brutally isolating one limb at a time, you place the muscle under massive, continuous tension. That is the exact stimulus required to trigger a physical adaptation. You can execute all three of those exercises perfectly, but it will be entirely useless without applying one final, mandatory rule. As you can see in this logbook, progressive overload is the act of mathematically increasing the physical stress on your muscles over time. You achieve this by adding 5 pounds to the bar, getting one more rep, or slightly reducing your rest periods each week. If you go into the gym and lift the exact same weight for the exact same number of reps month after month, expecting your calves to get bigger, you are wasting your time. Systematically tracking your lifts and forcing incremental progress is the only way to give your body a biological reason to spend energy building new muscle tissue. Here is your complete blueprint. Use standing raises for deep stretch hypertrophy, add seated raises to build soleus width, and sub in single leg deficit raises when you need continuous unilateral tension. Do 2 to 3 sets of heavy, highly controlled reps, taking each set close to failure. Run that sequence once or twice a week. Your DNA does dictate the ultimate shape of the muscle belly, but the physical gap between someone who trains intelligently and someone who settles for junk reps is massive. Building a physique that stands out requires the consistent execution of the fundamentals, not overcomplicated routines. Hit the subscribe button for more evidence-based training advice, and I will see you in the next one.